You know what?
She said take your phone. She said take your phone.
Oh yeah.
Every week we do something new. I love it.
I feel like I don't see you guys enough anymore.
I miss you guys.
Yeah,
I say that every week though.
Yeah, you don't do much during the week, innit? Because you're always missing us.
No, I don't. I don't do that much during the week. The weekends is when I live it up.
Welcome back, DJ Matthews.
Yes, buddy baby.
DJ Matthew.
You know how it goes.
France as well. Yeah, you've been active.
You know, a bit of this, bit of that.
How was it DJing in France?
No, it was lit. It was lit. I enjoy the French crowd.
More than
they're
the
different.
UK crowd.
Yeah, they're different. Like they're open to anything. It was a proper mixed crowd. And after I finished playing, like music off, everything, I'm packing away. They were coming up to me. They were like, "Whoa."
No, okay, no, just checking.
They were coming up to me like, merci, saying thank you.
Thank you.
They were very grateful.
I'm a dick. See
Merci
how long it took
beaucoup,
me
merci
to do
beaucoup.
that.
They were very grateful.
That's
so
cool.
yeah.
I thought,
Here comes the joke.
Massive. What do you mean a joke?
You've always got a...
Yeah, do that joke thing.
Yeah, go on.
No,
You're wearing more gold than usual, by the way.
Yeah.
What's going on? What do
Got
you
my
really
Vitae.
do?
Yeah, gang.
Shining a bit today.
I didn't. You should have told me we were rocking those.
So yeah, next
Yeah,
time.
we was both on the ad campaign though. VT ad campaign gang. You know.
Shout out Vitae. Shout out you guys. It look good.
How come you lot didn't tell Vitae to get your cameraman a watch?
Oh,
Can you stay behind the camera, please? What's going on?
Nah, see, now if I was signed to a record label, maybe I would be given those sort of provisions, you know what I'm saying? But I'm on an independent show, like Timelin3, you know what I mean? I've got to look after myself, cast member number 1, potentially cast member number 2. Do you know what I'm saying? There's not, you know what I mean? We haven't got the same level of clout as
That
of yet.
pool, yeah.
Yeah. What?
Nah, sure. I wasn't sure if I got attacked. I wasn't sure if I just.
No, you're gang. You're still
You
gang.
said potentially.
Yeah, potentially, because obviously.
What have we been doing this for 2 years?
Yeah, that is true. It's been
What's
a
going
while.
on potentially?
We've really grown as people.
No, you haven't.
Okay.
But yeah.
Do you know one thing that hasn't changed over 2 years, and in general? Every single time an American artist is asked who their favourite UK artist is or who they listen to in the UK, it's always the exact same person. I'm starting to question whether it's like a stock answer, as in like, okay, cool, this is the person that everyone
that's who
listens
you
to.
should say,
Yeah, or if it's like an actual, like, everyone happens to listen to this guy. Do you get what I mean?
It's a stock answer.
Like, I feel like
they just say whoever Drake says.
yeah,
Or the only person they know. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
There's no excuse
okay,
for that
cool,
though,
they know-
because like
yeah.
songs like Praise the Lord has put Skepta on the map.
You're
like.
right. You're right.
It is always
I
good to
see
speak to
Travis
Skepta,
Scott rocking out to Octavian.
Yeah, you're right.
A video.
But they
video
didn't
of that
ask. Okay, fair enough. Trying
And then
to
he's
save
like,
it.
I need some sick UK rapper to be on my tape.
Meat Mill's capping. Do you know how I know he's capping? Yeah?
Oh gosh.
No, he's capping.
All right, why is he capping?
Because is Meat Mill not the same person who did a song with Chip? And then when they asked Meat Mill
I did a
about
song
the
with-
song
I
with
did
Chip,
a
he's
song
like,
with him.
I did a song with
Shit.
T.I. He signed to T.I.
No, but he
Yeah,
might.
and
Nah.
it wasn't even that.
It wasn't-
It wasn't even the Meat today at that time. So you're telling me the
shit.
guy who couldn't care to remember
But the person
who
he just,
featured with is
Puddy
the same guy
spun it.
who's about to invest hella peas into a UK rapper.
You know the first word that came to mind for me?
Who?
Fredo. Just for like, all Meek Mill circa 2 years ago, whatever, 3. I feel like he's got that flagrant vibe, innit?
I think that would be an issue.
Why? Are they beef? Who's beefing now?
No.
Oh.
See, Meat Mill is a very loud person. Fredo's a very calm, quiet person.
Calm?
Yeah, I feel like
I think he's
Contrast of the
not.
track.
Yeah,
1 minute volume up, next minute volume down.
Nah, I don't think so. I think it'll work.
Like, the engineer's
Because he's got aggressive silence. Like, Fredo, like, nah, it'll work.
Fam, like,
Trust me, it'll work.
Fredo's on this.
And the girls in the video, nah, it'll work.
Fredo's on this. She won a Netflix and chill. Meek will be like, she won Netflix and chill. You know what I'm saying?
It'll work. It'll work. It'll work.
Who's yours? Who's your pick?
JB Schofield or Sneakbo.
Okay, so yeah. Actually, I hear that. Do you know? I thought you were spinning on the first one
Why?
because you
I'm
didn't.
confused.
You've never said nothing positive.
I haven't said anything about JB Schofield.
That's what I'm saying. Nothing at all. Like,
He's on that wave, innit? He's on that. His tunes are like bouncy. He's got that bouncy wave. And Sneakbo, because of Sneakbo's gone quiet now. Obviously, I feel like that would be a sick comeback for him if he came back on Dream Chasers.
I don't know if he's trolling or not. I'm
not trolling.
You've got a trolling face.
They were really random picks, though.
Yeah. Like,
what do you want me to say?
Oh no, just like.
I can hear.
All right, gigs.
Yes. For me, I would say either A, go left field, yeah, and do a woman, take a woman, like Miss Banks, yeah.
Yeah, that will bang
because
though.
I feel like with the woman thing, at least like, fam, if Miss Banks stands next to Meek Mill, people are gonna want to know who the hell is Miss Banks just off of the fact that
It would look cold, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. So I think the marketing thing.
You know that's a myth, though, right?
Why?
Nicki.
Meek.
Because Miss
Banks.
Nicki, Meek, what?
Yeah,
That's
because she
I
remember her saying that she wouldn't work with Cardi B. But you don't know where that came from, actually. You don't know the backstory, though.
Yeah, okay,
but they
cool,
might
cool,
be
cool,
really
cool.
tight. Like, yeah, they probably are really tight.
And just for the sake of, because one of the people that actually put their tune under the thing, who I was like, yeah, it could work. He's Shay Lingo.
Yeah. I feel like we're just fans of the scene, innit? Like, a
Let's get
DJ,
this
a talker, Koi.
I'm talking, Like,
At least I got DJ, so I'm calm.
Man said potentially. What?
Yeah.
Please. But yeah, I think we should get an expert opinion.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Where we gonna?
Who you got in
I
mind?
don't know, like someone who raps, someone who like puts it down. I don't know. Yeah, you got to hype me up as well. Come on, get it. Guys, can we introduce Nolay? Come on, sis. Now take a seat. Move the pillow, man. Make her comfortable.
Hey, you guys got the snacks as well.
Help yourself.
There you go, but not them things.
Oh, please, that's what I saw first.
Oh, shit. Hey, who do you think Meek Mill should sign?
If anyone.
Do you know what? I feel like a lot of the American rappers are putting this out there because the UK is hot right now.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm not saying Meek Mill doesn't want to sign a UK rapper, but he could have done it and he can do it. Do you see what I'm saying?
Facts.
It's kind of like
Bit of advertising.
Twitter.
Facts, because
I think that UK don't understand their clout, and that's one thing that annoys me. That they really don't understand that the strength behind their clout.
Well, even today, even now.
To a certain extent, because we still get excited when Americans co-sign us.
which
Why
is
do-
so
why-
annoying. I hate
Why do we get so?
America's-
Why do we get so excited? Because it's kind of like
I think there's logical
They're
reasons
the
why
biggest
we get excited,
market
though. Yeah, like they
in
have
music.
so many like followers and viewers, whatever.
for those who rap, it's like where rap started. That's probably hip hop. It started there, innit, in the Bronx. and
Yeah,
that,
the
so
origin, yeah. 100%.
That's kind of why. But I feel like because Murder Beats, they had that interview. All of a sudden, when they said that, now everyone's saying,
On that, yeah.
"Who should we sign from the UK?"
I saw someone mention Fredo in that conversation.
So it's kind of, and I actually think that is a good idea,
What do you mean?
Fredo.
Yeah.
I think that
I
would
don't-
be a good idea.
Okay. Do you know what, yeah? I snuck in so many jokes when you mentioned it to actually, like, I ignored actually saying that, yeah, Fredo does actually make sense. Because, so my personal opinion, I've always thought if a UK artist could blow in America, it would be Fredo.
Yeah.
And my whole concept is,
They
not
can hear what
concept,
he's saying.
yeah, clarity. For me, Fredo has the most clarity out
And
of
genuine
any
source.
rapper.
Genuine source.
Yeah, and he's good looking. So he has like the
Yeah.
trifecta, do you know what I'm saying? And he has legitimate like credibility, do you know what I mean?
Quadfecta.
Yeah, quadfecta.
Kind of
But
what they love as well, innit? Like
Yeah.
the whole money stuff
is,
and the
yeah.
kind of.
Like that's the only reason why I think American rappers, the ones that like say that they rate gigs and that mean it anyway, I think it's just down to clarity. I think
Yeah.
gigs says stuff so clear, leave you covered in red like a portion of chips. It's like
It's to the point. And
It's, you know what I
very
mean? There's
concise
no-
and it's
So
Do you know what I mean?
What did he
you
say?
know what you're gonna be
yeah,
covered
like
in.
J Hus will say some stuff and
But
I
do you
think
think,
Huss
but
has
do you think that
clarity.
it would
No,
make
Huss has
sense?
clarity.
But do you think it would make sense for someone to sign to Dream Chasers?
No.
Who have they bust?
No.
Apart from Meat Mill? Because
So-
those things have to be
that's a
taken
big
into
bust,
account
though.
as well. You know, but that was Rick Ross actually.
Yeah.
That bust him. It was like
Yeah.
Maybach, innit? No.
Yeah.
So it's like for Dream, because I would worry about signing to another rapper. Do you know what I just realised?
Yeah.
Are we drinking rum?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Are you allergic or something?
No,
So she had.
I thought that we was drinking whiskey.
Okay.
See rum, yeah.
What does I'm do?
I get smashed when I drink rum.
Oh,
If I knew it was
We
rum,
like it. We like it.
I would have drank it if I knew it was rum. I thought, why do you feel so hot? This is finished so quickly.
Right,
Take care of our guests.
Before we move on, we've got a gift for you to say thank you for coming.
Oh my god.
just-
I love
So-
gifts. Is it something that...
I
What
hope
kind of
this
gifts
is
is it?
correct,
Yeah.
Okay.
but we were informed that you have
Relax.
Cuban in you. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So,
My grandmother.
so we got you a Cuban cigar.
Oh my god.
You can really smoke it as well.
Hold on. How do I do it though? Do I have to clip the end?
No, I don't
Yeah,
have Cuban. I don't have cigar money. Just break that shit in half and sprinkle it.
Do you know what? Yeah, I literally have to because I would keep this as a souvenir and never smoke it, and I probably put it in a glass case. I know that sounds extreme.
Why
but
is the case?
Yeah, why is it case smaller than the
Listen, production are moving.
Wait, no,
do you know what? Yeah, I can't.
Don't fit.
Guys, we need better. What is this?
Don't fit.
What's she meant to do? I told you got to break it in half.
I cannot let my brother see this because he'll smoke it. All right. So what I'll do is because this doesn't fit properly, I'll put this somewhere separately because I've got a bigger box. And then I'll put my...
I'm sorry.
And I'll put... So
I'm
disgusting.
childish.
Oh my God, so disgusting. Do you know what? But really and truly, I'm disgusting too. Because how did I catch on to what you was talking about? Was you even talking about what I think you was talking about? All right, all right, do you know what? We're both...
So you should
Alright,
take
do you know
it in.
Do you know what? We're both twisted then. That's it. We're both twisted.
Guys,
But
you
this,
haven't even
I will
started the
keep
show.
this. Put my jewelry inside this or something.
Okay, so we got you
Thank you, guys. Ooh.
Yeah, we got you 2 gifts.
Oh, I thought it was another one.
As in the box and the...
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So do you want to do us the pleasure of flipping the first card?
Oh, yeah. Any card. Oh.
That one there.
What, okay.
We have a structure.
Can I show it to you? I can show it.
This is not a magic trick. You should.
Would you be more successful if you were a man? I'm stuck in between 2 answers for this. Because I feel like you can't use the fact that you're a female as excuses.
Yeah.
Because there are some females that are further than me. However, I feel like I rap quite raw. And because I rap so raw, compared to like a lot of the other females, it would more be expected from a man. So I feel like if a man was rapping the way I rap, then yes, he'd be further. Does that make sense?
That's a mad balanced answer.
Yeah, because like you speak that street shit.
Yeah, I think that they would really want me to be more like, I don't know, like I can't say dollyish because that's a bit disrespectful. Don't want to put no one down, but yeah, like, do you know what? Not even just street shit. I just speak about like my life, where I come from, what I've seen, and just in general, like tell my story. I don't want it to be, I don't ever want to feel like I'm jumping on track and like just chatting shit or telling lies.
But did you have the opportunity to? Like, were there situations where people have told you, you know, if you rap sweeter things and...
Because I get a lot of criticism, like I get, not criticism, but people, I suppose I can put the
It's like a ring card girl.
I'd love to, no, but yeah. A lot of people do say like, why ain't she signed? She's so good. Why ain't she signed yet? Why ain't she signed that? Signed yet? I see that a lot like in my Instagram comments as well. But I think like a lot of people don't understand, like I've been in those offices, you know, I've had offers, I've sat in those offices, Atlantic, Polydor, EMI, but sometimes artists feel like that's the be all and end all, like get the deal and you're set. But that's, for me, that's not reality. I'll be honest with you, when you go into labels, because I've done it, I've gone into like publisher places, labels in general, they do track people's business. I've been in there and they've told me certain people that have got massive numbers, like you'll look at their Insta, you'll see, and to us, it's like, whoa, they're massive. But you can even sell 3,000 in your first week. I feel like if you stay independent as well, you can also own your masters. And you don't have to have anything with no label, and you can own your masters. So
you spoke about how you can't use being a woman as an excuse.
Yeah.
And knowing, do you know what I mean? That I know that's your vibe, no excuses. But like, if you just look at the scene, there's no argument about the fact that men are, they've dominated the scene, they continue to dominate the scene. And though they are women, the amount of spaces are limited consistently. Like, why do you think that is?
That's why I said, like, it's hard, because it falls right in the middle for me, because I'm also a person, I don't like to make excuses for my success or lack of success. Do you know what I'm saying?
But there must be a guy in the scene that you're better than, that you know you're better than.
Guys in the scene
on Peter's
loads
scene that
you don't want to say no.
You can't name 3 guys that are better than
I openly say it, you know. I've had interviews where I've had like situations where people call me the female Ghetts, and I say, how do you know he's not the male Nolay?
Yeah.
But it's just natural for it to be like that, because you got to understand, you got to look way back in time. They've always put in, since the beginning, do you know what I'm saying? Mankind, they've always put men on this pedestal in comparison, you know, to women. What I'm trying to say is we've come further than that, but that still existed at one point. So it shows you how women have been looked at as, like, you know, like the submissive one, you know, the man leads, the man. You know, and then as time's gone on, yes, it seems like, we're up there beside them. But
so what are those
underlying,
barriers?
It's not really like that.
No, and I hear you, but like, what are those barriers? Because I feel like I've tried to have this argument tons of times, and then people just come back, turn around and be like, but Koi, you're not a musician, so you don't know in it. But I do feel like there must be real tangible barriers for a woman in this in this industry that men don't have. What are those?
I think that in some aspects we're not taken seriously. I feel like we're sexualized so much that if you bring out music and it's not sexual, it gets slept on.
Okay.
Because we've been heavily sexualized.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that's definitely a problem, but I can only speak for myself, because as I said before, with a lot of the other females, there are some females that are further than me. You know, so I couldn't just put it down to being female, because I feel like it's a bit of a cop-out at the same time. I like to look at myself in the mirror and own my shit at the same time and be like, you got to work harder, you got to work harder, you got to work harder. But yeah, you're right, there's definitely barriers, but I think it's also the platforms, because there are more female artists out there, 100%. There's a lot of female rappers that follow me and tell me I look up to you, and they're good. But also the game has changed, and the dynamics of the game has changed as well. Before, when I was trying to get my stuff out there, I was going to open mics. It wasn't so much all about social media. Do you see what I'm saying? It was open mics, you were having to prove your skill. Now, like I said, it's a bit microwavable. I mean, do you know of any open mics or anything like that? I don't really...
They exist, people just don't care to go to them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's kind of...
That's not where labels find their artists now anyway. They find them online.
Exactly. So how do you bypass them? Like messaging labels, maybe jumping in their DMs and all that. Labels and people like that, they look at stuff like that. Even me sometimes. And it's not to be like I'm above anyone or anything like that. But sometimes I'll get a message and someone will say something like, push this for me, please, and send me a link. And I just look at it and I'm like, where's the etiquette? Do you know what I'm saying? And I just go about my day, you know? So it's a bit of like a touchy kind of thing, but it's definitely, you got to have the people as well that are willing to get behind the females, including the men. Do you see what I'm saying? Because when you have a female artist, because it's a fact, obviously men are dominating it. If you have a female artist and brothers in the scene get behind her, whether you be a journalist, whether you be a DJ, that only helps it. But some of them are reluctant to get behind it as well, because maybe deep down inside they don't take it seriously either.
So what are you actually doing different?
I'm just touring. That's where like I get like I toured the whole of Europe at the beginning of the year. Like I did Germany, Switzerland, Denmark, France, like all over. I've played in Washington DC. You know, I've played in NY. Like that's me, and everyone else would be looking in the UK like she ain't doing nothing no more. That's fine because I know what I'm doing. I'm getting my checks. I'm doing, and I feel like sometimes in England we can be a bit fickle like that. Do you see what I'm saying? And think that there's nothing going on
Elsewhere.
outside of the UK. I charted 3 times in Germany in the official charts. That was really good for me. You know, I made a lot of money. I got to tour. I got to do my thing. You know?
Wait, shit. So when did this happen? As in, was this recent? As in, or
Yeah, it was
just in
not
the
too
past?
long ago.
That's
like,
mad. So like,
That's actually
how
3
does
times.
how does that happen?
Slitzes.
Like, how does that happen?
I don't know. You just
Because when people
obviously
say
like
that,
the DJ, it's different to like the way the UK runs it. Well, I think so anyway. But they really push their stuff out there. So like I've just jumped on a couple DJs that also produce music. Just jumped on their tracks,
Okay.
and you know, and they've pushed it. Like the last track that charted there, like we went #1. It also had a gentleman on it called Nathaniel. He's from Brooklyn.
yeah,
And he just dropped a song with Casanova not too long ago. So I'm kind of doing it like connecting the dots another way and then go full circle back to the UK.
Would you trade like your scenario now to be like popping in the UK or to be one of the most one of the most spoken about artists in the UK?
Really, Nolay?
So I don't care about the UK. I'm sorry. I know that this is going to sound.
damn.
Let me explain to you.
They haven't. Yeah, fair.
Let me explain to you what I mean by that. Yeah. For me, UK, and I'm not talking about because I've got wonderful fans in the UK. I've got a really good core fan base in the UK. But I'm talking about, say, like the newer rappers that have come after me. I've seen how their fan base are. They're very like fickle. And it's like you put 1 foot wrong and that's it.
That's it, yeah.
Forget you, we're jumping ship. Forget you, and they do it all the time. And it's almost like really, really, really sheepish. And it's that whole microwave thing. I feel like they don't, because a lot of the fans are like the younger generation as well. It's kind of like, oh, that's hot, we like that. Oh, that's not hot no more, we like that now. For me, I feel comfortable knowing that I will get my shows booked in Europe. I can pay my bills. I have money in my bank. I'm paid off of my music. I feel like in the UK, I feel like they're really quick to tear down artists as well. They find like any little tiny thing.
I don't think that's any different to any other
And
country.
I'm just speaking about from personal, they treat me brilliantly. Like I did like the freestyle on Casanova's tune. He posted it. Like so far I've got like 3 bookings in the US off the back of it. They've shown me so much love off the back of that. You know, I'm doing some work with Empire at the moment and they're very like, I'm not saying they're not like that in the UK, but I can only speak from my experience and how I've been treated. They ride out, like you see the US and stuff, and like even like Germany, them places there. Once they're on you, like they are on to you, like, and they ride out. I just find it it's a bit fickle here.
Sweet.
So we're gonna need you to flip the next card.
Okay, exciting. Beef in the industry.
Woo!
Imagine it changed and it said
There
something
you go. Before we jump into that, can you just like shed a bit of light on your stats? Like, do you know what I mean? You've done lots. Legend for real.
All right. I first came out like around 2006. I was in a group called Unorthodox with 2 other males. We dropped No Help, No Handouts. That blew up quite quickly. But then I dropped Unorthodox Daughter, released that with 679 Warner Brothers. That got quite big. That opened up my fan base quite a lot. And then I decided to go solo. Then Unorthodox Chick with 679 Warner Brothers. Then I released the Jungle track with High Contrast, who also done the remix for one of Adele's track, The Hometown. The drum and bass thing. So it just got to a point where every song I was dropping, like I was somehow dropping the name Unorthodox in it. And then I just felt like there was this weight kind of on my back and it was like, it just didn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
So I went off and I went off basically and done my thing. I still speak to G Kid. He like runs his own business. He's like a personal trainer and his thing's going massively. He trains like a lot of like boxers and stuff. Silver, I haven't spoken to him for years, but I just still feel like Silver is one of the best to basically ever do it. And his stuff it's a shame because his stuff was so far ahead of its time. Even if you dropped it now, like a lot of these guys would not stand a chance. But yeah, it is what it is. And recently I just dropped my mixtape 3. So that's doing quite well.
So why is beef in the industry a thing attached to your name then? Because
you sound really busy.
I didn't know it was
too busy for beef.
I didn't know that was attached to my
I wouldn't
name.
say it's attached, but...
Shall I get really deep?
yeah,
Please.
that's what she
Because they associate black women with aggression. And I feel like that's something.
She got deep.
I feel like that's something that they've given to me. I didn't ask for that. That's been handed to me.
Okay, fair.
Because how many males in the scene rap just, not like me, but with the same kind of conviction?
How many men in
But I'm
actually
sorry,
have beef?
I'm not having that one because
Why?
because Chip has the same reputation.
Yeah, true.
Okay, but
Chip
he
holds the
really
same
does
reputation.
beef.
The same with Wiley. Wiley holds the same reputation.
Yeah.
But you've had beef in the industry.
With who?
OG Nicki.
With that, yeah, I don't look at it as beef. It depends what you class as beef. Do you know what I'm saying?
There's difference between like rap beef and real life beef.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean. Like you could be dissing each other back and forth on tracks. You know what I mean? When I see you, it's on site. Like I don't. You know what I mean? Like that's two different things. But I'm just talking about, let's say, verbal warfare within music, like between you. I'm sure OG Nicki's not the only one that you had.
Who else is there though? Because you said beef's attached to my name, so I'm
Lady Leshurr?
curious.
Did you not have a back and
That's
forth
not a
with her?
beef though, because she can't chat to me.
Yikes! What
So that's not beef.
No, wait.
Charming. Do you know why? Because shall I tell you why? Shall I tell you why that annoys
Gave her
me?
too much rum.
No. I want to be honest with you because I've been waiting a long time to say this. It really annoys me, yeah, because people really give her this thing where it's like she's so cute and she doesn't do anything to anyone, and like Nolay's this bully and Nolay needs to leave her alone. If you lot had any clue what this girl has actually done to people in the industry, how much ideas she's stolen, stuff that she's actually done. You can have a little conversation with Richie Montana as well, the guy that used to manage her. She is not innocent. So I get so fed up of people. No, because I've been waiting, believe me, even without the rum, I would have come like this today because I get so fed up of people trying to hand me this thing where it's like, you're the one that beefs. You're the one that starts shit. You're the one that, like you're picking on people. I simply respond to how people treat me. Yeah, before my dad got ill, I put something out, and you've got to understand. Lady Leshurr used to message me MySpace times, so she knows me. She knows who I am. It's not like we didn't know of each other and we was never around each other. Do you see what I'm saying? The guy that managed me not too long ago, he used to drive her around for a lot of her stuff. So there are connections along there. Yeah. There's been times, where Dot Rotten told me that she called him up. My mixtape was playing in the background. So you know who I am. You listen to my stuff. Don't make it like it's like I've come out of the blue and just picked on her or started on her. So I put out on Twitter that I was releasing something called the Queen's Speech. It's there. I can search it now on Twitter. You can see it for yourself, yeah? My father got ill, so I come out the scene for a little while. All of a sudden, she dropped something called the Queen's Speech. She has a larger platform than me at the time, so she runs with it. We spoke about this on NFTR already. I said to them, do you think it's a coincidence? In this industry, people don't like to step on other people's toes because they feel like sometimes I might have to work with them or I might have to call them for a favor or something like that. So people don't like to tell it how it is. But if it was the other way around and my platform had blown up and I was bigger, they probably would have been quick to say, oh, no, it wasn't a coincidence.
And can I just add in there as well? One time, I tweeted, brush your teeth. And lo and behold,
I tweeted crispy bacon.
I tweeted,
you man are so stupid.
Yeah? I tweeted, brush your teeth.
Stupid.
Yeah? Yeah, I see you.
But this is
saying.
this is what I'm saying, because you are exactly the kind of people that I'm talking about.
What do you mean?
Let me explain to you why. Because
No.
because you dumb it down. This stuff actually exists. This happens in the industry literally all the time. People with bigger platforms come through, they jack people's ideas, they jack people's stuff, they run with it. You come at the person, or because I feel like when I came at her about this and I said to her, like, why did you do that?
Was it one-on-one?
If you hadn't have done it, why did you not say, oh, I didn't do it? Your friend starts DMing me and tweeting me and going, no, it's a misunderstanding, blah, blah, blah. I don't need none of my friends to speak for me. Like, if you know that it's not that, you should be able to. And then at first I thought to myself, do you know what? It might just be a coincidence. Till I sat with her previous management. But we won't even go into that. Lady Leshurr's account gets hacked. From her account, fuck your dead dad. Your dad this, your dead dad that, blah, 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 blah.
Okay, that's...
She never got hacked. Like, everybody can say that she got hacked and you can believe that she got hacked because, like I said, that is the industry. You run with whatever's popular at the time. And people use that excuse all the time. I got hacked, I got hacked, I got hacked. Me personally, I don't feel like she got hacked, and I don't believe that she got hacked because I talked to someone that's very close to her that told me she didn't get hacked. She did it. So how frustrating is that for me when you've done something like that, but yet people keep coming to me and saying to me,
I think what it is music at the end of the day for us looking in is entertainment.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So as me, even me just being a music fan, these two people, even if they're beefing or whatever, it's entertainment for me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So something could be as real as fuck going on behind the scenes. But for me, I'm just, for me, it's as deep as watching two football players clashing on the pitch.
Yeah.
Do you know, it's like Sterling and
but
Gomez
at the same time, because of how I rap, your initial reaction is to be stereotypical and be like, it's Nolay.
It's her.
Nolay's starting the beef. Nolay's the problem. And then it goes back to that whole thing that's a bit bigger than that. People have put me into this box. I didn't ask to be in this box. Do you see what I'm saying? But because of what we're portraying on the outside and because of what people are seeing on the outside, because she doesn't come across as the type of person that she actually is. But for me, that's frustrating because that means you're fake. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I get ridiculed for being myself and being real. Meanwhile, you're out here painting a picture to everyone, making people believe, I'm so sweet, but you're not. Do you see what I'm saying? Because the stuff that you've done to people, forget me, just people in general, and I'll allow them to discuss that, me, Shabi, few other people, the stuff that you've done to
Yo, there's a seat. There's a seat here.
The stuff that you've done or supposedly done to people, I would never do that to people. So why can't I get my respect for actually being a good, genuine person rather than be judged all the time for defending myself?
Would you be open to a conversation with Lady Leshurr?
Yikes.
Probably. I mean, I wouldn't be against it.
I just feel like...
I just don't like when people do things and they run and they hide.
Could have been
Rebecca.
With OG Nicki then, why was that not...
Do you know what? I get really tired about that because that happened in 2011. It's like, can people let it go now? I've never seen anyone speak about a guy's beef like that for that long.
See,
it's 2011.
I'll still speak about like Skepta and Ghetts or something like that.
I still speak about Jay-Z and us.
I still speak about Logan Sama, War Report.
I don't feel like if Skepta come on, you would ask him about the Ghetts beef and say what happened there. I don't feel you would. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
No, I would.
Keep it real. Would you?
You
wouldn't.
You know what? I would ask Skepta, why did you pretend to go outside Wiley's house and record a whole song about it? So I'll probably ask him about like one of his beef.
In regards to OG Nicki, yeah. She just started tweeting and saying a certain female rapper, blah, 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 blah. I can't remember everything word for word. But she was like something like a certain female rapper has blocked me and a certain female rapper this and that and blah, blah. And then someone added me. I knew obviously of her because I'm not someone that's going to pretend and act like I didn't know of her because like some female rappers do when they jack your shit. But I knew of her. I knew who she was, but it wasn't to the extent of where I had any need to block her or anything like that. So I didn't know where that was coming from. You know, I hate talking about it now because I feel like me and her have grown so much, even she's grown.
Yeah.
I don't have as much grievance towards her as I would say to have towards Leshurr. Do you see what I'm saying? Because I feel like really, she didn't really wrong me too tough.
That one's just a misunderstanding.
I just feel like it wasn't a misunderstanding because she was chatting shit on the timeline, but it was like, she's quite young as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Like she's grown up a lot now. And it was more of a thing, someone pointed it out to me. I just said to her, look, because at the point I think she had said something about JME as well at the time. And I just felt like your come up was so quick and I felt like you're getting really big for your boots. You're literally trying to disrespect everyone. You're really gassed at the moment. And she said something about, I'll done you or something, yeah? So I said to her, all right, do you know what? Let's do it then, back to back, me and you will go, we'll just swing it out on Semtex. I said, back to back, me and you will swing it out. Yeah.
We don't do violence here.
I said, yeah, we'll swing it out on Semtex back to back. I said, because you said that you can done me and you can done me on Semtex.
That wouldn't have ended well.
Then Jammer saw it and Jammer was like, do you know what, I'm doing Lord of the Mics, let's do this, blah, 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 blah. And then, yeah, it just kind of, you know, it just went from there. And then it was very hyped on Twitter. Everybody was talking about it. She pulled out last minute. And it is what it is. The rest is history.
You thought could have really taken that. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's maybe what the female scene is missing a little bit. Like something that they can really, something that isn't an imitation of what the guys are doing already. Obviously, music is music. Rapping is rapping. Do you know what I mean? But like, if you guys were the ones to own being aggressive with it, because right now the scene is so sensitive, and obviously because it's what they're passionate about. But you've seen what
happens when you own being passionate and aggressive about it.
Yeah, but you also told me you don't care.
Yeah, but
so
you've seen what care together. But then you've seen what happens though, and a lot of girls they act like they don't care, but trust me, when it's on, they care.
But wait, can I
they care when it gets to crunch time. A lot of them care, and then it's me that they push to the front.
Do you know Lioness?
Yeah, and I love Lioness.
See, I just feel like
me and her have worked before. Do you know what I'm saying? We've been in the studio.
Good vibes.
We've worked. Like, I don't have no problem with her. She's lovely. Do you see what I'm saying? I did my one tune called Everybody Die. I've invited her down. She's like the only other chick I had in the music video with me. Do you see what I'm saying? I respect her because she's real and sharing her teeth.
She can rap as
you know?
well,
So
can I just say, I started my agenda this week for Debo being future best female rapper in the UK. Okay, I just want to get on camera now that I said it, innit? Because oh yeah, she's from Luton, innit? Yeah, I only found that out when I tweeted about it. Listen, I'm starting the agenda. She's fucking different level.
Don't you feel like women have to try harder though? Because who's the best? Hold on, no, I need to get it out before I finish. Yeah. Who's the best male then? Because we always have this thing like the best female, the best female, the best female, like there can only be, why is it like she will be the best female? Why can't there be a few goats in relation to women? Because if you notice that with the guys, there can be a lot of goats, you know, it never has to be
who's the
one male. Do you see what I'm saying?
I can give you an answer, but if I give you the answer, you're not going to like my answer.
No, go on, I would like to hear it.
Because if I was to actually combine male and female rappers into making my GOAT list, there would be very few females on the list. Therefore, I like to separate them so at least women have a chance to be on their own GOAT list. Stupid. Same way I've seen, like when I said that, what did I say? I said that there's no point having gendered categories at award shows. Yeah. People were like, well, if you took away genders, then hardly any women would get nominated.
But that's because that's how they've set it and they've made it like that.
You're
making it like that too.
Yeah.
No, because there's genuinely I don't think there's any girls that make my top 10 right now.
Okay, and that's cool, but do you know how many females?
So that's why I would say
we can't talk about the amount of women that are not going to be found because they don't appeal sexually. Like, listen, let me land. There's a shape and a type of woman that will make it into this industry, and you can say there's a variation. You can say there's women that don't have to push that sexy agenda. But the bottom line is that there's few types of women that can make it.
What does this have to
do? Let me land. The reason why I'm saying that is because if there's not even enough players in the game, you can't then be telling me, they wouldn't make it to your top 10. There's so many, like I used to argue this so much. There's so many women we don't know about that can rap really, really.
What can we do with
that?
Listen,
but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm just talking about,
much has to change.
No, but listen. But I'm talking about.
But you can't be bothered to do your research. Listen.
If someone asks me.
If you watch like I've seen a lot of battle rap as well, yeah. If you look up, like, if you put it into the internet, like
Thank you.
female battle
Yeah.
rap, and
Yes.
certain things, there are girls out here, yeah. They will wipe, man.
And
Majority of the guys, I will wipe majority of the
guys. They
guys.
make
This
it
is what I'm
into
trying
my
to say,
list.
yeah.
But they make it into my list. I'm a battle rap fan. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Rappers like C3 Official, like E Heart, these
Yeah.
people will make it into your favorite
Yeah.
battle rappers list. The fact of the matter is, there aren't really that many chicks that are sniffing my top 10. So if someone asked me to say my favorite,
What, in battle rap or in rap?
No, in rap, in UK music, okay.
Yeah.
So if there's hardly any that are sniffing my top
Yeah.
10, therefore I'm gonna say the best female.
Yeah, but the reason I'm saying that there's not many in your
do you
top
not
10
get
is
what
not
I'm
because there
saying?
isn't talent
I don't
available. It's because
get what you're saying.
we haven't
Because
uncovered
I
that
just feel
talent.
like that still doesn't explain
I'm
why
talking
you
about my
can't
top 10
have.
today.
But
I
that
know.
still doesn't explain why you can't. Because what I initially asked you is, you can have, you know, a top. Everyone can say it happens all the time when Cardi B come out. Everyone was trying to get rid of Nicki. Do you know?
Nicki, yeah.
Let's start the hate
Oh,
brigade.
I'm with you on that.
Get rid of
okay, I get
Nicki.
what you're
It's
saying in that regard.
Cardi has to be the queen now. Why couldn't they both be queens?
If you was to list your top 10 rappers in the
Yeah.
UK, yeah, wholeheartedly, honestly, yeah. Even let's
I don't
say
listen to a lot
top
of UK
10,
rappers,
Okay,
so I
but let's say
can't.
top 10
She
of
listens
all
to the
time.
German things.
Top 10.
Now I listen to a lot of
Do any women make your top 10 of all time?
of all time
Yeah. Do any women make your all-time top 10?
in the UK.
Yeah.
I make it.
Okay, aside from yourself.
So
Aside from yourself, do
but
any
I
women make your
can't say,
all-time
but I
top
can't
10?
even say top 10. But I'll take you back. I can't say I've got top 10 males here though.
What?
I can't say top 10 for even males. So how do you expect me to say female? You said that you could reel off 10 guys that you rate. I can't do that here.
You can't reel off 10 guys that you rate.
10 guys here that I rate. No.
Do you know why this is funny? Because you've been in the industry so long, I know you've got at least 10 rapper friends.
No,
So
no,
them guys
right.
are watching right now like, rah.
She don't even rate the thing. Well, now she's getting that German
but
money.
the thing
She
is,
don't wanna know, man.
but hold on a second. Why would I say that when in PTSD I said, I can't name, don't say I'm good for a female. Which dude's better than me? I can't name 3 males. Wouldn't they be thinking the same thing then? Like, well, sis, how could you say that? I don't
That's
care.
bars. So you
bars.
fully,
No, but she said
so
she
you're
talks what
saying,
she
so you,
feels.
oh, rah, that's mad.
I think in regards to males, I think Cass is Dead is sick. I think he's heavily slept on. He's one of the coldest. He's different.
And the first masked UK guy,
just literally sick and cold. But that's what I'm saying. First masked guy in the UK. But who would really know that? Because some people have come with larger platforms. Yeah. Everyone's like Christ. Like everyone's masked now. Do you see what I'm saying? But so there are not a lot of guys that I can say that, because for me, I need to be listening to you at home. I need to be listening to you when I'm driving. I need to be chilling to your stuff. If I'm not, I'm going to be lying if I sit here and say that you are my top 10. I'm not listening to you.
But then how could you expect me to...
But you're different. You get down with it like that.
Yeah, I
You
listen, and I'm saying, and if I'm saying that there's no chicks that are in my top 10...
Okay, and that's... all right, do you know what?
Then...
I'll take that back, actually. That's understandable if
Yeah.
you don't have any chicks in your top 10 like that. Okay, I can understand
So
to
it's
some
fair to make
extent.
a separate list for them.
But what I'm saying is, why does it have to be a thing where that girl's gonna be the best female?
Basically.
Why can't there be a few best females?
I
But with the guys, it can be.
I
a good
agree.
few.
I 100% agree with you on that.
Yeah.
I 100% agree. Like, I do genuinely feel like there should be enough
Yeah.
top spots for everyone.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying. It shouldn't be a one at a time thing.
Yeah.
I totally get you in that regard. 100% you are correct.
Yeah.
But all I was basically saying is when I do my top 10 list, yeah, when I'm doing top 10 in something that certain people won't make the list, I would give them a whole separate section. Same way if I was talking about football and someone told me to do my top 10 players, yeah, then they're like, oh, your top 10 youngers, yeah. I would do my youngers list differently because some of these youngers are cold, but they're not on the same level as my main team. Simple as.
But I feel that's different. I feel like that's different because they're under seasoned, because they're young and they're upcoming. You can't put people that have like equally women and men that have been doing the same thing.
Miss Banks might make top 20 though.
Well, I think basically,
Top 20. You're just
Might,
rude,
might.
man. Might, you know.
I feel like I absolutely hear your point, but I'm just saying, if the playing field means that there's only not that many women and a lot more men, it's obviously your top 10 is gonna be mostly men. So I say that the issues are earlier in the system. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? We need to change what we look for.
But they
women.
have that, like, with journalists, with DJs, there's always this female thing. It's just really annoying.
But if you guys disagree with me having a separate list for women, then you guys should also disagree with award shows that are dedicated to black people and award shows that are dedicated to, you know how there's like black award shows and this like that.
No, you're getting too deep now, because that's a totally.
Yeah.
I feel
That's
like
how I
Can we
feel
get Puddy
about
out
it.
here? Yeah, babe, do you mind flipping the last one? Last card. It's underneath the crisps. The crisps.
Oh yeah, shit. Last one's
Underneath
good on
that.
this, huh? One sec, let me have my...
Do you know who that is?
Why is this in there? What's this? Is Ard Ads right? Right
So,
about what?
Hard Ads made a comment this week. Go on, Puddy, do you wanna?
These
Oh, Lord
rappers,
Jesus Christ.
No, it's nothing too crazy. Oh, crazy. See, I did
All
that.
right, let me hear this now.
These rappers who get stressed out in this game and don't know what to release next, so instead they scream mental health. Worst thing is, the fans will encourage this behavior by showing sympathy. It's disgusting, man. I feel sorry for the people with actual mental health. I assume he means mental health issues, but yeah. So basically, he was implying that people, I guess you could almost say he's implying that people are exaggerating the effects that being in this industry has on you mentally. So I guess
But
we wanted to put that to you.
I feel like everybody's different and everyone has different strength.
Yeah.
And something that doesn't affect him, it might affect other people. And I don't think any of us are in this position, including Ard Ads, to tell anyone what is affecting them mental health wise, because we're all different. Like, we all go through certain different things. We all suffer with different things. People deal with things differently. And like I said to you, sometimes with fame, it can be, I mean, I don't know who he was speaking about when he said that. I mean, who has spoken? Who has put?
Well,
I don't
recently,
even
know.
released a song called Suicide, obviously, because he was in a very dark place.
Yeah, and I feel like he was going through a lot. When you look at his, like, the tweets that he was putting out, when you see a lot of the stuff that, I mean, I don't know if you saw the picture that the girls had drawn that she sent him, where it was like of a ram, like, hanging from the tree, and it had like all different, because you know he's got the thing called family tree. It had, like, you got to understand, he was getting trolled to a ridiculous level. Everybody is different. Do you see what I'm saying? The level that he was getting trolled to, you know, and then he came out on stage that time and his earpiece thing weren't working. And rather than look at the people like, hold on, it's you, you're the sound. Yeah. You're meant to make sure that that's working. Everyone kind of got onto him. And if Ard Ads was talking about Rams, I think that's wrong, and it's inconsiderate, to be quite honest, because we're not there. We don't know what he's going through. Plus, people need to be able to understand that as an artist, obviously we have this artist life that you see, but we have a life outside of being an artist. We don't have a clue what's going on for him. Like, we don't know if he suffers from mental health, if he suffered from mental health before he got into music but didn't know that he suffered with it, if he suffered with it and knew that he had it and then got into music, or if something at home caused it. Do you see what I'm saying? Something personal. We don't know what he's going through. So I feel like that's a bit inconsiderate.
What's the hardest thing, in your opinion, what's the hardest thing in the music industry on your, like, mental health? Not necessarily that it caused any consequences, but, like, what do you think was the hardest?
I feel like it used to probably be trolling, but that doesn't affect me no more, because I purposely went to, like, read and think about how do you combat that? How do you be thick-skinned to just kind of, like, you know, brush it off your shoulder kind of thing? But obviously it's not something that I want to keep bringing up. But that's why it was so hard for me, and why I felt like that towards Lady Leshurr when all of them tweets about my father's passing came out, because that was like a delicate subject. That's something, like, I went through a lot during that. Like, my mental health suffered when my dad passed away. So I look at that as like a really delicate subject, and the fact that someone could do that, and then for someone to turn around and say to me, do you know what? She didn't get hacked. She actually done it. You know, I'd probably think that seeing someone be able to do something like that and then not have to answer for it, that really got to me. And probably even this, like, people putting that on my name, like aggressive or beef, or because in the industry they hand you things. Do you see what I'm saying? Not just me, artists in general, or journalists, whatever you are, or even just celebrities in general. You I don't think anyone, including myself, I don't think people really know what you're about. Like they hand you this personality or this character, and then it's kind of like you're constantly fighting towards that. Probably the same with Rams. Do you see what I'm saying? Where you're fighting against that because it's like, this ain't really who I am, but this is what you're giving to me. So I feel like artists in general, that's probably something they have to deal with. But to be quite honest, I wish Rams all the best, and whatever was going on, I hope that it's past. And I feel like as musicians as well, in terms of mental health, I feel like you need to more come together and help each other rather than kick a man when he's down. I just don't agree with that behaviour, to be quite honest. So I got love for you, Ardads, but I think you're wrong.
Can we show some love to Nolay?
I think you're wrong.
Thank you so
for
much,
doing that.
babe. Thank you, man.
You're so welcome.